Yep.
Okay, let's get to real estate, because that's really what the show is all about, right? So Ashleigh Wehmeyer is with us. Ashleigh's a West Point grad.
I am.
An Army, and Jeremy Cunningham is a managing broker of her firm, which we're going to get right this time, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and PenFed Realty, in the Vienna McLean office, correct? Where's that?
Oakton, Vienna.
Where is that physically located?
The intersection of Germantown Road and 123 in Oakton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, by Flint Hill there.
Absolutely. And then next to the Amphora restaurant in downtown Vienna, our secondary office.
Oh, man.
Maple Avenue West.
Man. Amphora.
Yeah.
I love their like pastries and cakes.
Everybody knows it. Great spot for lunch.
All you got to do is say we're right next to the Amphora.
Yep. We'll be there in 10 minutes. They know.
And right down the street here, we have the Amphora Bakery is right down the street where they do all the baked goods.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah. It's trouble over there, I tell you.
Big trouble.
Anyway, so let's talk about the 4 Ds of selling your home fast. So if you're out there listening, you're thinking about selling your home, or you have your home in the market and it's not selling, that happens sometimes.
It does sometimes. Never for us.
That's right. Because you guys employ the 4 Ds.
That's right.
Correct.
All right.
That's right. We make our clients do what we say. That's what I usually try to do.
Yeah, good.
Works out better for me that way.
You're the professionals, so hopefully they want to do what you say, right?
Hiring me for my expertise, right?
You're paying these people. Hopefully you listen to them, right?
That's right. That's right. That's what we want. Well, and I do sort of. We're always kind of looking for ways to conceptualize and make it easier for our clients to understand what we need for them to do, because there's all kinds of information out there and everybody thinks that they know because they watch HGTV and all that kind of stuff. So, they think they know, but they also are still looking for some guidance, obviously. And so I think that using this little 4D model is kind of a way to just easily help them to visualize what they need to do. And
it's really easy if you're driving right now. It'll be easy to take notes because you just have to write down the 4. No, I'm just kidding.
In your head and your mental notepad.
Don't write stuff down if you're driving.
Memorize it.
Hit record on your iPhone and keep your hands on the wheel. So, one of the first things is something that I think people are familiar with hearing, declutter. But I think that sellers often don't realize that it's even more than you would ever imagine in terms of the amount that needs to be done.
My thought on that is it's one of those things that you can't declutter your own house. You need to get someone else to tell you what to declutter, right? That goes back to your advice.
I do always work with the stager. It's one of the things that I provide to my clients is a staging consultation, because I feel like it's important for them to hear it from a professional, from someone else. It's kind of like when your kids don't want to brush their teeth. You're like, well, the dentist said, Dr. Hanley.
Right. The third-party professional.
That's right. It's not me.
I'll add to that declutter, I think, is a word that none of us like to hear. It implies that we have clutter, which is junk, and we get negative about it. So my twist on that is, let's just pack.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's optimistic. We're going to sell the home. Yeah. You're going to have to pack anyway.
Exactly.
So the decluttering process is actually just packing, getting organized so that the move can go better.
And
that's my focus.
Yep.
And that's sort of what we talk about. We do say you're going to. That's right.
Something like that.
We do say that. We say, this is a good thing. You should look at this as a positive thing. You're going to be packing up. You're going to be moving out. You're going to be selling this house. So go ahead and get rid of some of that stuff right now. And so a lot of times too, people, we encourage people to look into getting a storage unit. I mean, because then you really can put stuff in there. And oftentimes in our area, there's oftentimes discounts, for the first month or so. And hopefully you're already going to be under contract. So
awesome.
It's easy.
So get it decluttered.
That's right. And depersonalize, which people have often heard that as well. You want them to visualize their family, vacation, their family photos in their life, not your life, right? Or something that, sometimes you'll have something. I had a client come into a home and there was a political poster.
Oh, yeah.
And it really turned them off.
Yeah, if you want to sell, don't do that.
Yeah, but depersonalize gets down to the pictures of the family. And I've always wondered, why is that a rule? Are you wanted? Is this a protection thing that you're?
Well, some clients do get very concerned about that as well.
In our area,
their families
we see
being
that.
exposed
Yeah.
and with their pictures on, knowing it's syndicated out to all these different sources and things.
Actually,
Yeah, I
we
had
once
thought about that.
we had a doctor, and she had pictures in her scrubs. She was a surgeon, and she didn't want her pictures up because the assumption was people would assume she could take a lower offer because she could afford it.
Right.
I thought that was an interesting
Very
twist.
interesting,
and thought,
yeah.
well,
That might be
Well, and-
overthinking it a little bit.
and-
but
just a touch.
Well, that's our
But she's
that's
a
our
surgeon,
smart
so-
DC
She was right,
clients.
though.
That's
She was
our
the
smart
client.
DC client.
That's right. And so in some ways, when you think of depersonalize, you really are thinking of neutralize, right? You're kind of wanting to neutralize, maybe strong opinions that sellers might have when they come in, and just sometimes people have a lot of pictures, a lot of personal items, and sometimes they're things that are valuable to you and they're mementos. And again, just like with the declutter, just pack them away. People are going through your house. You don't know what's going to be going on. Accidents happen. Things can get broken. Precious things, personal things, just go ahead and pack them away and get them ready for the next location.
Definitely get out, because we were at some people's house. Some people like to take I don't know what it is, but they like to get these family pictures when their kids are really young and everyone's naked. Have you seen those ones? I mean, they're not showing the private parts, but they're and I'm like, oh, you need to you got to take that down. Don't get that out of a public area. I don't want to see that.
Oh
And
my
it's like,
goodness!
it's like those embarrassing family pictures, and we were walking through and we saw that. I'm like, oh no!
Right.
You
Next
can't
thing you know, it'll be
unsee it.
on
You
the
can't unsee
internet,
it.
right?
Exactly.
It'll be on Facebook. Oh my
Especially
goodness.
So
if
definitely
especially
get
if-
rid of that one.
Especially if the teenage kid is actually there in the house when
Yeah.
when
So
you walk
not
through
good.
and see their naked 3-year-old
behind.
body.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They're a little behind. They're a little
Right.
tiny, hiney.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that brings us very quickly to the third D, which I think is something that people
That
often
made you get off that one
overlook.
really
That's
quick,
right.
right?
Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Let's go to 3.
Let's move on.
We almost
Shall
derailed
we?
in there.
It's also about cleaning up, so that's kind of good. That's kind of nice segue. But to detail, kind of like how if you think about detailing a car when you're going to sell it, that's sort of the same kind of a mindset you should have when you're selling your home, is that you really should go through with a fine-tooth comb and really clean it, get a deep clean, bring in a cleaning team, because people do make an impression about, the way that you've lived your life or whether or not it's going to be clean for them. And you are sort of selling the dream, right? You're selling the dream of, when I move to this house, I'm going to be clean, I'm going to be organized, and my life is going to be wonderful.
It won't be
It's
dirty
not.
like my current house.
I'll
It's
change
not.
all my habits.
It's going to be the same, but we're selling the dream, right?
Right.
That's what we
right.
want them to think.
So declutter, depersonalize, detail.
and then decamp, which basically means leave the house.
Yeah.
When someone's coming, I
Get
tell my
the heck
clients,
Get out.
if we've done our job right, if we've priced it right, if we've marketed it right, if we've done everything we're supposed to do, you should have a lot of action that first weekend. You should have a lot of people coming through, and you just need to go ahead and plan to be gone and take the pets and not have them barking in the crates and all that sort of thing, because it allows the buyers to feel comfortable in your home, which is what you want. You want them to be able to open doors, do all that sort of thing, and do everything that they need to do to feel comfortable, and they really don't want you to answer their questions, so you don't need to be there.
Well, they don't want
They're
you looking over their shoulder
Exactly.
when you're looking through their cupboards.
Exactly.
And everything you say will probably be used against you. So don't be home. Don't say a thing.
Right.
There you go.
So that's good. So the 4 Ds of selling your home fast. Number 1, declutter. Number 2, depersonalize, particularly those pictures.
Those naked pictures.
Number 3, detail. Get it cleaned up. And number 4, decamp. Don't be around
Hit
to
the road.
give the tour when they
Get
come
out
to
of
look around your
Dodge.
house. So when we come back, we want to talk a little bit about selling your house now. What are some really key reasons, timing-wise, to get your home on the market right now? This is Jim McQuaig with Real Estate Radio Washington. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.